readers, I wanted to talk to you today about The Luckiest Leprechaun, a tail-wagging tale of friendship. And so when I saw the cover of this book, I was like, The Luckiest Leprechaun, a tail-wagging tale of friendship? This guy does not look friendly. He looks like he's being very, very fussy. And he does not look happy, and he does not look like a nice friend. And then I was looking at this little puppy, and I was noticing, oh, look at this dog tag. It has a shamrock, and there's some shamrocks around there. So that guy is a leprechaun. He's a leprechaun. And he's like being fussy at the dog, but the dog looks kind of sweet and doesn't look very fussy to me at all. So I hope that you listen to this book before you're seeing the lesson, so that way we can talk about the book. So I read the book and I was very surprised about how that main character, MacKenzie O'Shamrock, he started out in the beginning of this book so fussy, and by the end of the book he had changed. And that's always a nice surprise to me when characters do change from the beginning to the end. And at the beginning, he didn't really have any friends. He was just kind of lonely. And so this dog comes along, and unexpectedly, the dog didn't know. The dog didn't know when he was burying his soup bone that he was digging on top of MacKenzie's house. And so he wanted to make it up, and he's like, I'm gonna be your friend, and I'll help you, and I'll be your guard dog. And MacKenzie, he just did not want it at all. He really thought that that dog was after his gold, which most leprechauns have a pot of gold that they try to keep. And when I was reading this book, did you wonder on the page where he was talking about himself, and there was the word cobble? And I was like, cobble, that would be a great word for our scholarly word wall. So I was like, let me look up that word cobble. So cobble was spelled C-O-B-B-L-E. Let's count how many words that it has. How many letters it has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I made us a small lexicon chart just like we have in our classroom. And so I wrote 6 letters. And so what type of letters? So there were 1, 2, 3 letters that sat on the line underneath the midline. So I wrote 3. And how many? Ascending. Remember, ascending means to go up. So there are 1, 2, 3 ascending letters. And there are no descending letters like the G or J or Y in that word. So I wrote a 0. All right, how many vowels? The vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. So let's count the vowels. 1, 2. And then how many consonants? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we add 4 and add on 2, that makes 6. And if we take 3 and we add on 3 more, that makes 6. So that means that we have all of the letters accounted for. Description. So I don't have my favorite dictionary at home, so I looked it up online so that I could have a great definition for you. So in this book, to cobble means to fix, to repair, or to make. Cobble has lots of meanings in the dictionary. It's kind of an odd little word because it can be a noun, it can be a verb, like an action word, or it can be an adjective. So it's a very interesting word. But in our story, The Luckiest Leprechaun, cobble is a verb because MacKenzie is a leprechaun and their job is to make and fix fairy shoes. So it's a verb in our story. So the sentence that I wrote for us is Mac cobbles shoes for fairies. So Mac makes shoes for fairies. Which sounds more scholarly? Mac makes or Mac cobbles? I like cobbles. And so I I did have some of the green paper that we write our scholarly words on at home, and so I wrote cobbled onto the paper, onto our green word wall paper, and when we get back to school, we'll put that up on our word wall. And which letter will it go under? You're right, it'll go underneath the C for cobbled. So awesome. I am so excited about that. So when I was reading this story, I was so glad that MacKenzie O'Shamrock changed at the end of the story, and that he became open to friendship, and that little dog Lucky was just like a friend from the very beginning, so sweet and kind. And so that kind of made me think about writing today, what we could write about. And I think that I want us to write about friendship. My oldest friend's name is Darlene, and her husband's name is Charles. They're my oldest friends. They've been my friends for about 30 years. And I've watched their children grow up, and now she's a grandma. She has 2 grandchildren. And Mr. Charles is like a championship barbecuer. He makes the best brisket in the whole wide world. He has like so many trophies for going to barbecue cook-offs. He actually went several years ago, was a Walker County champion, and they got to go and represent Walker County at the livestock show and rodeo barbecue cook-off. So that was pretty exciting for them. They're like my best friends. When Mr. Owens was sick, they would come over and talk to us and visit with us, and we would go visit them. Mr. Charles and Darlene are my friends that have the goats, and they have had 5 baby goats born in the last week. Oh my gosh, guys, they are so cute. I'm going to see if they can send us a video of them, and then I can post that video of those baby goats. They are beyond precious. So today, I want you to write about your best friend. I want you to think about what makes them a friend. What do you love to do with your friend? Okay? And so when you're writing, you can start your story with like, my best friend is, I would say Darlene, you would say whoever your friend is, because. And then make 3 or 4 different sentences why she's your best friend, okay? Or he's your best friend. And then at the end of it, you can end your story like you began it. My best friend is blank. So I'm going to be very excited to see some of your stories. I've received a couple of things in the email from parents, and I'm going to share those with you during those. I'm going to share those with you right now. So Noah has been busy baking bread at home. Look at him. He baked bread. I just like yummy. I could just smell that bread. Doesn't it look beautiful? Look how happy he is. Noah, great job. Noah also decided he was going to write a story about how to make eggs. Look at him. He made steps on how to do something. Aren't you so proud of Noah? Everybody say, great, 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 great job, Noah. Awesome. We're grating our cheese for you, buddy. I'm so proud. And then I received this from Evelyn's mom. Evelyn wrote a story, and she wrote, on Monday, I went to my grandma's home. On Sunday, I went to my grandma's home. On Monday, I went to the aquarium. It was so fun because the jellyfish were there. I like how they move. On Sunday, I went to my grandma's home. And look at her illustration, and she has everybody labeled, and I can see that aquarium that the jellyfish are in. Did you go to the aquarium in Galveston, Evelyn? I love going there. Great job, friends. So keep up the good work and email me your work and Miss Owens will share, or pictures of you doing something fun and creative. I will share it with your friends. I'm so excited about the great work that you guys are continuing to do. Great job, friends. Evelyn, I've got my alien antenna on. You are awesome. All right, friends, thanks.